The purpose of this video is to develop a WBS to present the deliverables from the Estimate Activity Durations process. The Estimate Activity Durations process is the fourth process in the Project Schedule Management knowledge area and is related to the Planning Process group. Please click the like button. Subscribe to my channel and share with others. The first output from the Estimate Activity Durations process is duration estimates. Here's why the output of duration estimates is a critical component of the Estimate Activity Durations process in project management. 1. Basis for schedule. Duration estimates provide the time required to complete each activity, which is essential for developing the project schedule. Duration estimates feed tools such as the critical path method and schedule network diagrams. 2. Basis for resource allocation. Duration estimates assist in the efficient allocation of resources, such as labor, equipment, and materials, by indicating how long they will be needed. Duration estimates assist in resource leveling and smoothing. 3. Sets realistic expectations. Duration estimates allows stakeholders, including customers and team members, to understand project schedules and manage expectations. Duration estimates reduces the risk of unrealistic deadlines. 4. Risk management and contingency planning. Duration estimates identifies activities with high variability, such as those using three-point estimates: optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely. Duration estimates assist in determining buffer times, such as in analyzing reserves for schedule contingencies. 5. Performance measurement and control. Duration estimates serves as a basis for tracking progress, such as in earned value management. Duration estimates enables analysis of schedule variances. 6. Supports decision-making. Duration estimates assist in interrupting or fast-tracking the schedule if the event of delays. Duration estimates influences project prioritization and sequencing. How can a poor duration estimates output produced harm the Estimate Activity Durations process? Here is how a poor duration estimates output can significantly harm the Estimate Activity Durations process and the overall project's success. 1. Unrealistic project schedules. First, underestimation can result in overly aggressive deadlines, leading to schedule slippage. Second, overestimation can result in unnecessary delays, wasted resources, and inflated costs. All of these can result in missed milestones and stakeholder dissatisfaction. 2. Resource allocation issues. Incorrect estimates can cause: first, overloading team members if durations are too short. Second, idle resources if durations are too long. All of these can lead to burnout, inefficiency, or increased costs. 3. Poor risk management. First, fails to account for uncertainty, such as not using three-point estimates or PERT. Second, increases the likelihood of unplanned delays due to overlooked risks. 4. Budget overruns. First, longer durations can result in higher labor and operational costs. Second, may require crashing the schedule, such as by adding resources at extra cost. 5. Inaccurate critical path analysis. Wrong duration estimates distort the critical path, leading to: first, incorrectly identified bottlenecks. Second, incorrect float/slack calculations. All of these can result in improper prioritization of activities. 6. Damage to credibility and stakeholder trust. First, frequent schedule adjustments erode confidence in project management. Second, clients/sponsors may perceive the team as incompetent or unreliable. 7. Increased risk of project failure. First, if durations are grossly inaccurate, the entire project may fail to meet its objectives. Second, it may result in contractual penalties, lost business opportunities, or reputational damage. In conclusion, without accurate duration estimates, the project schedule would be unreliable, leading to missed deadlines, cost overruns, and stakeholder dissatisfaction. Hence, it's a key output that impacts almost every aspect of project planning and execution. On the other hand, poor duration estimates do not only affect schedule. They also have implications for cost, quality, risk, and stakeholder confidence. Here are some of the main causes of poor duration estimates. First, relying solely on assumptions rather than historical data or expert judgment. Second, ignoring dependencies, failing to consider how delays in one task affect others. Third, failing to take into account resource constraints, such as team availability. Fourth, omitting buffer time for risks or not having contingency reserves. As a final message, we say that accurate estimates are vital to project success. How important is the basis of estimates output in the estimate activity durations process? The basis of estimates is a critical output of the estimate activity durations process in project management, and its importance lies in the following aspects. 1. Transparency and credibility. The basis of estimates documents how duration estimates were derived, including assumptions, constraints, methods used, such as analogous, parametric, and three-point, and historical data. Stakeholders can assess the reliability of estimates, increasing confidence in the schedule. 2. Supports decision-making. The basis of estimates helps project managers and teams justify adjustments if conditions change. The basis of estimates provides a reference for comparing actual progress against estimates. 3. Facilitates updates and revisions. If new information becomes available, the basis of estimates allows for quick reassessment of estimates without having to start from scratch. The basis of estimates is essential for rolling wave planning in agile or iterative projects. 4. Risk management and contingency planning. The basis of estimates identifies uncertainties, such as optimistic, pessimistic scenarios in PERT estimates. The basis of estimates helps in determining contingency reserves for schedule risks. 5. Compliance and auditing. The basis of estimates serves as a formal record for audits or reviews, ensuring that estimates are aligned with organizational standards. How can a poor basis of estimates output produced harm the estimate activity durations process? A poor basis of estimates output can significantly harm the estimate activity durations process, leading to cascading problems throughout the project. Here's how this can cause harm. 1. Unrealistic or inaccurate duration estimates. Without clear assumptions, methods, or historical data, estimates can be mere guesses. Overly optimistic or pessimistic durations can distort the schedule, leading to missed deadlines or wasted buffers. 2. Lack of stakeholder confidence and disputes. Poor documentation makes it difficult to justify estimates, leading to skepticism from sponsors, customers, or team members. Disagreements can arise over timelines, causing delays in approvals. 3. Ineffective risk management. Missing constraints or risks in the basis of estimates means that contingencies will not take into account real threats. Surprises, such as resource shortages and external delays, become more difficult to mitigate. 4. Difficulty in replanning and updates. If initial estimates are poorly documented, revising them mid-project becomes chaotic. Teams may waste time reconstructing logic instead of adapting efficiently. 5. Poor resource allocation and budget impacts. Inaccurate durations can lead to resource misallocations, such as overstaffing. Schedule delays often translate into cost overruns due to extended labor or penalties. 6. Compliance and audit risks. Weak basis of estimates documentation fails to meet organizational or contractual standards. Auditors or governance bodies may flag the project for non-compliance. 7. Team morale and productivity issues. Unrealistic deadlines demotivate teams when they're constantly behind schedule. Blame games can arise if poor estimates lead to performance failures. In conclusion, the basis of estimates is not just documentation. It's a basis for realistic schedules, risk management, and stakeholder communication. Without it, estimates can lack accountability, leading to unrealistic schedules and project delays. A weak basis of estimates compromises schedule reliability, stakeholder confidence, and project success. Treating it as a check-the-box exercise rather than a critical thinking tool invites avoidable risks. How important is the output of project documents updates to the estimate activity durations process? In the estimate activity durations process, the output of project documents updates is important, but secondary compared to the primary objective of determining activity durations. Here's why the project documents updates is important to the estimate activity durations process. 1. Primary output. The main focus is on creating duration estimates and refining the schedule baseline, not updating documents. 2. Supporting role. Project documents may need to be updated to reflect new insights gained during estimation, such as, first, assumption log. New constraints or risks that affect duration. Second, lessons learned register. Techniques that worked well or didn't in estimating. Third, activity attributes, revised resource requirements or dependencies. Fourth, risk register, new risks identified, such as delays due to uncertainties. 3. Indirect impact. While not the primary deliverable, these updates ensure alignment across the project and improve the accuracy of future estimation. How can a poor project documents updates output produced harm the estimate activity durations process? Here's how a poor project documents updates output in the estimate activity durations process can introduce inefficiencies, inaccuracies, and risks that harm the schedule and overall project success. 1. Inaccurate or outdated assumptions. If the assumption log is not updated with new constraints, such as resource availability and weather delays, duration estimates may be based on incorrect data. This can result in unrealistic schedules, missed deadlines, and potential rework. 2. Unidentified risks that lead to surprises. Failure to update the risk register with newly identified risks, such as supplier delays and technical complexities, means that mitigation plans are not developed. This can result in unexpected delays that disrupt the schedule and cause cost overruns. 3. Lessons learned not documented. If the lessons learned register is not updated, the team will repeat past mistakes, such as underestimating similar activities. This can result in consistent underestimation, leading to recurring schedule slippage. 4. Misaligned activity attributes. If activity attributes, such as dependencies and resource requirements, aren't revised, critical path analysis may be incorrect. This can result in bottlenecks that go unnoticed until execution, causing cascading delays. 5. Poor stakeholder communication. Outdated documents, such as stakeholder register, can lead to loss of inputs from experts who could refine estimates. This can result in biased or incomplete estimates due to lack of expert judgment. 6. Inconsistent basis of estimates. If basis of estimates, which documents how durations were derived, is not maintained, future adjustments will be out of context. This can result in disputes over schedule changes and loss of credibility with sponsors. In conclusion, project documents updates are necessary for traceability and accuracy but are less critical than the actual duration estimates themselves. They serve as a housekeeping output to maintain project consistency. When it matters most, first, in adaptive environments, frequent updates to documentation are critical for iterative planning. Second, for complex projects, changes to assumptions or risks during estimation can significantly impact other areas, such as cost and scope. So, while project documents updates seems bureaucratic, neglecting it undermines the accuracy, reliability, and agility of the entire scheduling process. And we can have some long-term consequences as, first, reactive firefighting. Teams constantly adjust to unknown issues that should have been documented. Second, erosion of trust. Stakeholders lose confidence in the project's planning reliability. Third, schedule overruns. Poor documentation perpetuates estimation errors across the project lifecycle. Finishing this video, we will have in the next videos. 1. Creation of WBS for different projects using WBS Schedule Pro. 2. Examples of project plans using MS Project. And many other videos. Don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like this video and want us to continue with new topics. Subscribe to the channel. All content is free. You can also comment suggesting topics you would like to see on this channel. Thank you.